jump around this way. This is a story that when I talked about the comedy explosion and comedy clubs opening, like right and left, and so many comedy clubs are opening. And when we first went out as comics, we were like rock stars. In fact, Rolling Stone magazine once in the 80s said, comics are the new rock stars. And we'd go into towns and they would just treat us so great. And especially for a guy with a drug addiction, it was fantastic because all the drug dealers would come out the first night and they would vie for your attention to hang out with you. So I went into a place, it was called Papagayo's. It was in Milwaukee. It was the first comedy club in Milwaukee. And it was a big club and had a huge stage and it had rock bands play there and it had a great sound system. And the first time I go in there, it was like 500 people. It was packed. I had a killer set. I come off, people were just palming me grams, just handing me coke. And the whole weekend, I was just up, and there were women, there was cocaine. So I told my friend Bill Hicks, who at the time, Bill was not the guy who he became, which is, if you know Bill, he's sort of a legendary out there comic. But he was sort of a middle act. At the time he'd done Letterman, I said, Bill, they want me to come back to this Milwaukee gig in 6 months. You got to come with me, man. This is unbelievable. He was another young drug addict, and I knew he'd love this. And the crowds were great. You're going to love this. So he said, okay, I want a headline, but I'll work as your opener, you know, your middle act at this club because it's such a great club. I said, yeah, you're going to love this, man. It's so much fun. Downtown Milwaukee. It's so, you don't even know how hip Milwaukee is, man. I'm selling hard. So we go to the airport, we fly in together, they pick us up at the airport, and we're driving, and we're okay, there's downtown, we see it, and then we're driving past downtown. We're going. We keep driving. Next, we pass a Peterbilt factory. And Bill and I are looking, and we're passing pastures and cattle, and I'm going to the driver, but downtown's that way. He said, yeah, we moved the club. And next thing you know, we pull into this little mall, and it's a strip mall, and there was a Payless shoe store and the comedy club right next door. And Bill just starts singing John Lennon's Dream Number 9. Was it just a dream? The dream is over. We had a rough week. There was no free anything.